Hi y'all, I'm Marty with Marty's Rocks, and I want to talk about crystals today. They come in all kinds of formations and colors and monoclinic or whatever. I mean, they just they're amazing to me. The growth patterns. I have this huge one here. Damn, it's heavy. And it has, look at the crystal growth in it. It's just fascinating. This was found in central Texas, and it's creamy, and the formations are, it looks like it has teeth inside of here, and it's really cool. And I have one very similar to it that was found in the Idaho-Oregon area. You look how the crystals grow out of the rock. It's just fascinating. And again, it was around some irons. As you see this orange coloring right here. Anytime you see that, you know iron's been around it. And which I'm going to do in my next one on some metals, because the Iron Age started way before they said it was. The Britons were mining hematite, 5,000 years ago. And hematite is iron. It's what causes this red color in these crystal formations and other rocks. And there are other types of crystals too. The basic quartz crystal, which you can see through. And it's just a beautiful structure. Then you have, I've got one here. This one looks a lot like rutile quartz. You look in there, you see the what looks like blades, but actually that's just a phantom from the back. It's totally clear except for this back end right here. And so what you're seeing in the front is not rutile quartz, but the reverse image of the back. It's so cool. This is goethite, and the reason I know that is because it's taped on the back. No, it's always this black, and it has these botryoidal, which is grape-like. I don't know if you can see that. And it will have those little tiny grapes inside of it, and the crystal structure is just one of a kind. So that's another type of crystal. This is what a lot of people think of when they think of crystals. And when I got this, it was almost red. It was dirty, and you just put it in some muriatic acid and clean it off, soak it for a day, and there you go. You get a nice clean piece of crystal. And it doesn't have any color, but it's still fascinating. It can also grow just like that. This has been cut on two sides, here and here. And again, you can see the iron, camera's higher. Okay, I'm shorter. Anyhow, look at the growth of crystal in here. See if you can see that. Get rid of my ugly face and put that on there. It's just cooler than hell. Then you have the crystals like geodes. Here's one that's filled with pyrite. You see the little pyrite or fool's gold crystals in there. They just glimmer and shine. And so this is called a Mexican coconut. They come from Mexico. And when you open them up, you have no idea what's inside them. They could be nothing. Could be amethyst, could be citrine, ametrine, anything. Most of the ones I open have nothing. It's just empty. So anyhow, I get lucky every once in a while. This is another Mexican coconut, and it's full of amethyst, and it's a deep dark purple, so it's really a nice amethyst. And this is why they call them a Mexican coconut. Just look at the back, the rock itself. It looks like a coconut. And imagine just sitting there looking at this rock and going, hey, I'm going to pick that up and cut it in half, see what's inside of it. It still just boggles my imagination. Why? I mean, maybe one broke one time, and maybe they dropped a rock on another rock and it broke in half, and they said, wow, look inside of that. Let's check some others out. That's probably how it happened. And what I like most about these geodes is kids. Kids have great imaginations, and they make the wildest things. Look at this, a geode with miners. It's a mining crew inside of a geode. And it was done by kids, and they have the patience and the mental capability and little tiny fingers to do all that stuff. And I love it. And it has crystals and pyrite inside of it, and it's got a mining crew. It's like, here you go, we're mining today, and it's just great. It just makes me love nature all that much more. I want to get out in the mountains and go hunting for rocks and crystals and God knows else what's up there. It's just so much. And you'll see this little form here. This has got several. Look at that. Different minerals in it. I know what they are, but I sure as hell can't think of them today. But they're pretty. It's got some amethyst, and it has some schist, and just a little river rock. Somebody pulled out of the river. This is the same thing. This is just rough, but it has schist, and look at the sparkle. See if I can get it to sparkle for you. And it just so cool. And plus, it covers my face, which I really like. And then there's a nice piece of wolfenite. It used to be much nicer, but I carried it around in a bag for about a year. I didn't realize I was doing it, but it was more. You can see the red that's in it now. It was almost all red back then, so it's kind of ruined, but I still keep it. And the bag's full of little chips of red and whatnot. So anyhow, crystals are really cool, and they come in every color imaginable: pinks and reds and purples and greens and blues, clear. And the clear are sometimes some of the coolest, especially when you look at something like that. It's just a reflection off the back of this clear quartz. And it's orangey color, again, because it was around iron. And when the water flowed through with the iron in it, the hematite, you can't get that off. That's just part of the rock now. So anyhow, I love talking rocks, and so anytime I can get some and share them with y'all, I like to do it. I'd like to go through. I have a big petrified wood section behind me, but you can't see it because of this chair, and I can't walk very well. Some surgeries, and my legs don't work, so I can't really get up and show anything because my stick is somewhere else. I don't know where the hell it's at. So anyhow, thanks y'all. Remember, I keep forgetting, please subscribe and like us on YouTube, and we really appreciate you doing it. I hope you learn a little bit. I hope you enjoy it, and I wish somebody else. I'd rather do, take a photo or do videos of people and let them talk instead of me being on camera. But since I'm the only one here and the cameras, I had to do this. So anyhow, thanks so much. Appreciate it. Bye.